Oh, damn, that's really close. Legendary time, legend gang. It is Taye Simone, and I am back with another daily video. So today is, you already know what today is. Today is January 30th, 2023. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I missed you. Damn, the sun is... Damn, y'all see how the sun just come out? What's up, Yanni Legendary Time? Welcome to the live. What's up, Marilia Legendary Time? Welcome to the live, y'all. Welcome to the live. So this channel is to uplift and inspire my legends. So if you're a legend, you are in the right place. If you're not a legend, I mean, you can learn to be one. So we are here. We are here. We are here. For those of you that know, you know what today is. Okay, so shout out to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to a legend. I'm really happy. I'm really excited, y'all. Like today I want to talk about three things that all pretty much go hand in hand. I want to talk about ego. I want to talk about love, unconditional love, and I want to talk about creation. And I feel like they all go hand in hand, especially right now. Like, if you really been feeling the energy that's been, like, around us this past, like, week or so, and, like, will be, coming up until full moon, bruh, you've been dealing with a lot of ego, either within yourself or in others, or both. If you're truly honest with yourself, both. And also unconditional love, like, We've been triggered, we've been tested. Everything has been coming up to us to show us where our ego is, what we need to do, where we need to do our shadow work rather. You already know Shadow Twerk Tarot. Like, if there's any shadow work that you need to do, you're gonna see that play out in the next person's ego. So before you just kind of dismiss them like they're in the wrong, which usually they are, pay attention though, like, something in you is also not right. Something in you has also attracted that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something literally noisy in you that won't stop, won't shut up, won't let you go until you unconditionally love yourself and transmute that energy. So I want to know about y'all. Like, have y'all been feeling triggered? And like, already, matter of fact, I know you've been feeling triggered. So my question is, have you been dealing with your triggers and ego, or have you been dealing with your shit in unconditional love? What are you creating? Because either way, we're creating, right? Either way, we're the creators. So are you creating from a space of ego, or are you creating from a space of unconditional love? When you create from ego, you're usually creating from history, from pain, from trauma, from hurt, from abuse, from arrogance, from, depression type shit. And then when you create from a space of unconditional love, you create from a space of imagination. You create from a space of the future, or seeing beyond, or going further than where you've been. So I want to know what y'all think. What's up, twin? Legendary Time, bro. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Marilia says, happy birthday to you. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. I turned 30 today. I be asking people, how old do I look? They be like, no more than 19. I'm like, damn, 19. I feel 19. Am I 19? I might as well be. I might as well just start saying yeah. Let me see. Marilia says, walking the dog, so I won't be able to go live. No worries. But thank you for the happy birthday wish. Oh, y'all. Thank you, Yanni, for the happy birthday wish. Thank you. Marilia says, was from ego and now from love. I feel that. Like, I was just telling Yanni, I had gotten into an argument, and I was like, bro, I could see in the argument where I was going wrong. Like, I could see myself. I could truly see myself. It almost felt like an outer body experience where I was watching myself experience the argument, and I was telling myself, move this way, or move differently, or don't say that, like, or say this way. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, it started to de-escalate the situation. And I was just like, wow. Like, I went from a space of fear and ego and pride and depression and helplessness to a space of power and knowing, and it's truly changing and shifting my life as we speak. So even now, I find myself, like, the books I've been telling y'all I've been working on, and I've been busting my ass to, like, work on these books. The way that I was busting my ass to work on those books, I was operating from a space of ego where it was a space of lack. Like, I need to work on these books to make money. Like, I have to. And those are reactionary, reactionary responses, if you know what I mean. And we don't want to be we don't want to be reactive people. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't want to be reactive people. We want to be proactive. We want to know what the fuck is happening before it happens. And the way that you know what happens before it happens is you think about it. Like, you intend it. You set your intentions and you believe it. You speak it. You write it. And you act into it. And you don't let anything tell you that it is not what you said it was. Or it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and doing that from a space of love is so powerful. So powerful. Like, even in the argument that I had, a couple arguments, but even in the arguments that I had, I found myself healing. And I see myself healing others by how I respond differently. Because it's like, we already done been there, done that for the most part. Because we know that life is cyclic. It's a cycle, right? Every year, your birthday come back around. It's the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Every year, you get a year wiser. Every day, you get a day wiser. Every minute, you get a minute wiser. You know, just depending on how you want to look at it. But, like, life is cyclic. So when you go through these cycles, you start to see patterns. And you start to recognize how to break certain patterns. And how to help other people break certain patterns. And, like, you breaking patterns within you is you also breaking patterns within the people around you. And that is truly inspiring. And bruh I was talking to Yanni, right? You see, Yanni says, I feel that with busking, exactly. I don't need or have to busk, but you want to. And that's where the joy comes from. Like, that's where the ease comes from, the peace comes from. Like, doing these things because you want to do these things and not feeling obligated to do these things or feeling like, you know, pressured to do these things. Like, you know, just operating from this space of love has been, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have a lot of love in my life. Like, I was a black sheep for all my life up until fairly recently, where people started showing me more love and respect. And I know now that is because I started loving and respecting myself more. So in turn, everyone around me must do the same thing, because if you don't love me the way that I love me, you're not in my space. And that shows. So another time I had to check my ego. What's up, Magic? Legendary time. Oops, sorry, I had to hold it up. Ooh, almost dropped it on the phone. But legendary time, welcome to the live. So to catch you up, we are talking about ego, love, unconditional love, and creation. And what space are you creating from? Are you creating from a space of ego? Are you creating from a space of unconditional love? Like, which one are you creating from? Because at this time, and this aqua Leo energy, it's like polar opposites, like literal polar opposites. So y'all are, if you haven't already, you're gonna see a clear shift or a clear divide in people, where you could clearly see if somebody is operating from a space of unconditional love or if they're operating from a space of ego. And you're going to have to decide, like, you're going to have to call judgment on your life. Like, do you want to continue to operate with people who are actively choosing ego? Or are you going to step into this unconditional love, even if you don't know what it looks like, you don't know what it feels like, you don't know what it sounds like you don't know all the ins and outs of it the way that you know the ins and outs of your ego? Because we've been there, we've done that. But are you going to invent something new for yourself? Are you going to pioneer something new for yourself and for your legacy? Because, again, I don't know about y'all, I can't speak for everybody, but I have certainly been breaking chains, breaking curses, breaking shit, like breaking certain ties in my life that have not been working for me. And it has freed up so much space for me. Like, I feel so at peace. Like, my 30th birthday, I woke up this morning with peace, for real. Like, not even, before I woke up with peace, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up with shock. I woke up with absolute fucking shock, okay? And matter of fact, story time real quick, I'm gonna tell y'all, because the shit blows my mind. What's up, Javon? Legendary Time, welcome to the live. This shit blows my mind, y'all. Okay, so Yanni, you already know. Javon, you already know. Legend Gang, let me tell you. So y'all know I've been writing the story Light Rain, and how it's basically based on my spiritual journey, right? So yesterday I meditated, like right before Yanni went live, because my intent was to watch Yanni's live, because she had went live last night. And before she went live, I came out here and I smoked and I'm meditating, and I see my ancestors, and I'm like, bro, what the, you know, most of them have passed, like they've deceased, but they were all very strong women in my life. And I started to notice the patterns within them, that none of them were nurturers, none of them were really healers. Like, a lot of them were very cold, very distant, but they loved me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love each other. But the women in my life weren't the types of like moms that'll hold your hand or tell you everything is okay. Like, they'd be like, suck it up, deal with it, or like, look, like, don't say nothing, just throw you to the wolves type shit, you figure it out. So no shade, no disrespect, that was just how they were raised. So that's how I was raised. And it was just like, until I met like Yanni, I started learning more about nurturing, because I didn't know what the fuck that was. And I'm not gonna lie, I never was really, this is the most feminine I've ever been in my life. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm learning way more about my femininity, I think that's how you say that word, now more than I ever have in my entire life. And it's changing my life. like for the better, for the legendary, for sure, because femininity and feminine energy is creation energy, nurturing energy. Like, how can you take the things around you and nurture them and cultivate them and grow them? How do you grow the things around you? Not just protect, not just create, or not even create, but not just protect, or to have, or to hold, or to withstand, or to keep up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I grow these things? How can I expand these things? How can I, like, you know, inspire these things? So long story short, right, talking to my ancestors, and then one of my grandmas like pops up, but she's still alive, and I'm like, bro, why are you here? Like, I don't usually see you, like, why are you here? And I feel like if y'all haven't already, you're gonna start to see people show up for you energetically, and then in the 3D that you did not expect to see. Like, you did not expect for these people to support you. You did not expect for these people to be here for you, but they're going to show up, and they're going to show up in ways that are going to blow your mind. Like, this week is huge. I don't know if y'all could feel it, but this week, today specifically, huge. Like, if you don't feel it, I hope you fucking feel it, because it's huge. So fast forward. My grandma, her spirit, like, I'm sitting here and I could see her spirit, like, here, and my other ancestors around me. And they, like, that particular grandma that was alive, like, her spirit dove into my heart, like, literally. And I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And then I was like, all right, look, I gotta write this. Like, I have to write this down. So I left from out here, because at first I was just gonna just sit here and just bask in that which has happened. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, nah. I told Yanni, it felt like energetically all my ancestors that were surrounding me yoked my ass up and was like, all right, come on. It's time. Go write it down. Like, go write it down. So I went to write it down. And as I'm writing, like, one of the last things I wrote was, it's time. Like, it was like, I don't know if y'all ever experienced this, but like, have you ever started writing, and then it's like, you start writing one thing, but then your hand just keeps going, and it just keeps writing, and then you looking at your hand like, how is this happening? So that was happening. My hand was just going, and I'm just watching what's being written. It was just like, I'm just looking at this point because I'm obviously being used. You know what I'm saying? So what came out of me was magical to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading it, and it was like, it's time. Like, it's time for you to accept and receive your inheritance. And I was like, inheritance? What? like what am I inheriting? Like, what's going on? You know? And they didn't say. They were just like, rest and receive. Like, and the next thing I know, because at this point I'm in the room and I'm writing, and I'm reading that, and I'm reading, accept and receive your inheritance. It's time. I'm like, it's time for what? Like, what the fuck is this? This feel like some movie, abnormal, paranormal shit happening. What is happening? You know? What's up, Wisteria? Live. Welcome to the live, girl. You just hopped in just in time. Okay, story time. Story time. You're going to have to catch the replay, but my ancestors are speaking to me, girl. And I don't know if your ancestors speaking to you too, or who's speaking to you. I don't know if you're feeling the energy that I'm feeling, but I want to know, have you been creating from a space of ego or a space of unconditional love? Because we're talking about it. So, fast forward. I'm reading, accept and receive your inheritance. It's time. And I'm like, what am I inheriting? What do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? Like, am I enough for this challenge? What the fuck am I being? What am I going to do with this inheritance? Like, what is it? Somebody answer my questions. So next thing I know, I'm asking these questions because y'all already know how I am. Ask questions. Ask yourself questions, and the answers will always come. So next thing I know, I'm asking questions, and then I see my ancestors start to surround me. And then my grandma, the one that's alive, she's alive. And my other ancestors are actually deceased. So the ones that were deceased started circling me and holding hands and chanting. I don't know what the fuck they were chanting, but they were chanting. And then my grandma that's alive, like, she came back out of my body and she said, sleep. And I was like, sleep? And the next thing I know, I'm truly fighting sleep. Like, I was trying to watch the live. Like, again, at this point, Yanni had went live. And I was trying to watch, and I'm trying to participate. And then I just could not. Like, my body just, the whole thing just shut down. And then next thing I know, I'm waking up 10 minutes before midnight. And Yanni's like, what you doing, sleep? It's almost your birthday. I'm like, almost my birthday? Girl, first of all, I didn't mean to fall asleep. Let me tell you what the fuck just happened. Because what the fuck was that? Has anybody experienced anything like that recently? Like some paranormal shit like that? Like, I don't know what it might look like for you, but that's what it looked like for me. And ever since then, y'all, I've, like, first of all, I felt so much peace, epiphanies, shock, and peace. And I was telling Yanni, I was like, look, especially with this full moon in Leo coming up in like a few days now, like less than a week. I'm telling y'all, this week is huge. I don't know what is happening. And if y'all watch my videos from this time last year, prophecy, exactly, Yanni, prophecy. Like, the videos I made this time last year, I have literally predicted these days for me. I don't know about you, but for me, to a motherfucking T. And it almost scared me. Almost shit my pants energetically. But I was like, I can't do that. I'm too fly for that. I'm too fly. I can't. Okay, it's already bad enough. I've been rocking my same bonnet for like a month now. Okay, I almost didn't even want to go live because I started to get to a point where I got embarrassed because it's like, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I have so much I want to say. I have so much I want to share. I have so much I can contribute. And I'm just like, I just have to. It kind of gives me the come as you are, like, vibes. Like, it doesn't matter what I look like, where I come from. And even you, bruh, listen, it don't matter where you look like, where you come from, how you say it, what you say it. But what matters is, are you coming from a space of ego? Or are you coming from a space of unconditional love? Because I don't know about you, but I always come from a space of unconditional love. I can't even say that. 9 times out of 10, I come from a space of unconditional love. Because, yes, true, I get triggered sometimes. I'm a person. I'm human. I got to keep it a stack, okay? Am I working on that? Absolutely, because I do not want to continue to operate from spaces of ego. And I was just telling, I keep talking about Yanni, y'all. Like, I don't really talk to a lot of people. A lot of y'all that know me know that. Because for the most part, a lot of y'all that truly know me know that I want to create. Like, I'm always in a space of creation. I want to create something. I want to make something. I want to do something. I want to share something. I want to talk about something. I want to enlighten somebody. I want to inspire somebody. And then I'm just like, damn, I'm doing all of this, but I need to make more time to talk to people. And I don't know if y'all know, but there's been this little boy. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all about him later. Because I want to talk to him. Magic says, yes, also there are folk tales about this, especially in Slavic folk tales. Oh yeah? Nice. Wisteria says, that's so amazing. Congratulations on your growth and accomplishments. Love. Oh, thank you. What a great way to bring in your birthday. Thank you. Right? Shocking. Truly shocking. Okay? I didn't expect this on my 30th birthday. I'm not gonna lie. I expected stacks on stacks on stacks. Racks on racks on racks, and I feel like they're coming in. It may not be today. I'm intending it to be today, but by the end of this week, for sure, everything is changing. And I wonder if y'all feel that. As a side note, y'all hear that motorcycle? As a side note, who trying to be in my motorcycle gang? Who trying to get a motorcycle license with me this year? Because, we about to live life, okay? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I have just started. As long as I've been alive, I feel like I have just started living my life the way that I want to live my life. And to live my life from a space of unconditional love intentionally and knowing what that does for me, oh, I am unstoppable now. You can't stop me. Like, nothing can stop me. Like, there are too many people I'm here to heal. There are too many people I'm here to bless. And I feel like every day on my birthday, I get reminded of that. Like, I get reminded of why I am here. Why are you here? Like, we have to ask ourselves these things. Why are you here? What gets you up? What gets you going? We talked about it not too long ago. What gets you turned on? What gets you tuned in, tapped in, turned on? What does that for you? And I had to ask myself, and I don't know about for y'all, but for me, I am here to not just inspire everybody, but specifically children. And that always scared me because unlike most women, I didn't grow up nurturing. I didn't grow up knowing what it's like to be a mom. I didn't really see like a quote unquote good mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm learning and I'm feeling into it. But I know that that's why I am here. And that has scared me. So that gets me into, for those of you that was in Yanni's live last night, shout out to y'all. I am sorry that I fell asleep. Okay, I just told y'all the story on what happened. I had no control of my ancestors. I swear to God, they boxed my ass spiritually and knocked me out and gave me a whole bunch of visions, a whole bunch of downloads, a whole bunch of gifts, like a whole bunch. Happy birthday for real, because every day is starting to feel like a birthday. Every day is a celebration for real, but that's a different story. But this little boy, his name is Eric. I met him at one of Yanni's shows. And he was just lit for life. And it was like, I sat next to him because Yanni was like getting ready to perform and shit. And it was taking a while. So I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna sit down. So it was like the only space next to this little boy. So I sat next to him. And I pull out my iPad because, again, for those of you that know me, I'm always working. I'm always on my iPad. I'm always drawing. I'm always creating something for somebody somewhere, right? So I'm like, all right, let me make this easy, $100 so I can eat. And he looks at me, and then he looks at my iPad, and he's like, what's that? And I was like, oh, like, this is my iPad. Well, what are you drawing? Oh, well, this is for my client. Well, what's a client? Somebody who paid me to create for them. Really? People people do that. Like, you can get paid to make something for somebody. And I was like, yeah, bro, ain't nobody ain't tell you. Yeah, I was like, it's the life for sure. So meanwhile, I'm still trying to draw, and I'm starting to feel distracted. This is a little bit of my ego, y'all. I gotta keep it a stack, okay? Because again, if you know me, y'all know how I get when I get into my zone and I'm creating something. I don't like to be bothered. I don't like to be talked to a lot. Like, if you're not working with me respectfully, you're kind of in my way. And I never really always had nice ways of saying that. I'm learning. So I'm looking at this little boy and I'm like, whose kid is this? Like, why? But I couldn't help but like be happy and smile. Like, every time I looked at him, I couldn't help but like smile. I was confused though. I'm not gonna lie, I was confused. And I was like, eh. And then my spirit was like, give him your iPad and let him draw. And I was like, what? My $2,000 iPad? I don't know. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Don't question it. So, okay, again, that was ego. Keeping it a stack. That was ego. And then learning to operate from that space of unconditional love. Learning to share. Learning to nurture. Learning to teach. Learning to be kind. Learning to give. You know what I'm saying? And then receive. Because I learned a lot this night. I'm not gonna lie. Yanni pretty much confirmed it for me last night. She was like, he was looking for me in a live. And I was like, bruh. It made me feel like shit because I've been so busy creating and just I forgot to live. I forgot to enjoy. I forgot to learn. I forgot to engage. You know what I'm saying? And even with like our lives here, like when I go live and I talk to y'all, like whenever I take coffee breaks, that I don't even want to really do that as much anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my own time, of course, everybody got to take breaks, but like, there's something about engaging with people from a space of unconditional love that truly changes people's lives in ways that you don't always see right away. And I didn't see how I changed this little boy's life by just talking to him that day. And it's like, since then, he's been calling me and contacting me and like reaching out to me, but it will always feel like it was the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you know me, every time feels like the wrong time I'm creating. Like, every time is the wrong time. And then it starts to feel like, well, when can I talk to her? Well, when can I, you know, like, and I'm making myself more accessible, but not like too accessible, because I still got to protect my energy. But bruh, I told him, he was like, well, how can I get one of these? And I was like, I'm not about to tell this little boy he can't get an iPad. So I was like, all right, look, if you ask for one and you believe that you'll receive one, you'll get one. I was like, I can't tell you how, I can't tell you when, but I know that if you ask for it, you believe you have it, you will receive it. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, try it. I was like, I'm gonna challenge you. Just try it. All you gotta do is for real believe, bro, and just pretend like you already got it. I was like, matter of fact, because by this point he had gave me the iPad back, and he asked me to draw him, because when I gave him the iPad, my attention kind of started getting diverted. I started getting distracted by all the people around me, like the grown-ups. Y'all know, we be watching the grown-ups looking suspicious. Like, why she drinking all that wine? like, let me stop. But like, I'm starting to look around. I'm starting to get suspicious, because I learned about myself that when I'm not creating and I'm thinking too much and I'm overthinking, then I'm creating from a space of ego, and I'm creating from a space of fear, and I'm looking around me and I'm seeing all these other people, and I'm like, yo, nobody's talking to me. I don't know these people. This is uncomfortable. This is awkward. Like, I don't really know what to do. And then it was like, he pulled my attention back. Like, Eric pulled my attention back, and he was like, hey, he gave me the iPad back, and he was like, can you draw me? And I was like, yeah, of course, kid. Like, of course, I got you, you know? So I'm drawing him, and I noticed, I was just telling Yanni, in retrospect, at the time, I didn't know what he was doing, but in retrospect, what he was doing was he was pulling back my focus and, like, bringing me back to present moment. And he was like, can you draw me? So I'm drawing him, And as I'm drawing him, obviously I have to look at him. I have to look at him to draw him. So I'm looking at him, I'm drawing, I'm looking at him, I'm drawing, and he's talking to me. And I was like, yo, low key, this boy is a genius. Like, low key. And I just noticed how he gently, like, brought me back, gently planted seeds within my spirit too. And he was like, you know what, I sing too, and you know, I play guitar too, and I draw too, and I love to do these things, and it's so cool that you do these things, and you know, she's cool too. Talking about Yanni, like pointing at her, like, she's cool too, like, you guys are really cool. And I was like, thank you. Ego. Okay, this is all the ego. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, you know, can I have your Instagram? Can I have your number? And I didn't have the heart to tell him that my phone was off. So I was like, okay, I'll give you my Instagram. Hit me up. He's like, okay. Started calling me. And again, I didn't answer. And the last time he called me and I didn't answer, I was like, if this boy ever called me again, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I am answering his call. Like, this is the last time I ignore his call. Because then I started to get triggered within myself. And again, my ancestors. I've been looking at the women in my life and how they did the same thing to me. Where whenever I created something, or I wanted to share something, or I just wanted to just be in their energy, it was like I was a burden, or it was like I was in the way, or like there was never enough time, or there was never enough resources, or there was never enough whatever the fuck. Like, it just always felt like it was the wrong time. And I was like, I don't know whose kid this is. I don't know why he's so drawn to me, but he's drawn to me for a reason. And I'm not about to ignore him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to treat him how I was treated, how I wish that somebody treated me differently. And then next thing I know, so again, going back to Yanni, when she was like, girl, it's almost your birthday, you sleep, what you sleep for? You know, he was looking for you, Eric was looking for you. And I was like, for real? And I was like, damn, that's a confirmation. And she was like, nah, that's not even the confirmation, that's not even, bruh. When she told me that he's been looking for me to tell me that I inspire him, to tell me that he got the iPad that he asked for because he believed and he took my advice, and it happened much faster than he thought, than I thought, than everything, that shit, I could have broke down in fucking tears last night or this morning. Like, I could have broke the fuck down. Like, I really wanted to. I almost did. And I was just like, it blew my mind. Like, it truly blew my mind. And I was like, this is what I'm here for. Like, even if I don't get paid a dime, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this life, but this is what I'm here for. I am here to do this. Like, I am here to inspire these children. I am here to uplift these children, empower these children. And I'm just like, damn, the lost child in me almost didn't see the lost child in him. Almost didn't see the cry, almost didn't see the, I'm so happy to be around somebody like me, somebody that inspires me, somebody that changes me, somebody that motivates me, somebody that pushes me. And I'm just like, damn. And it inspired me, y'all. It inspired me. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make something. I've been wanting to do it for like 2 years now. Make something for kids, but now I want to be way more intentional, and I want to work more with children who are artistic in the ways that I am, you know what I'm saying, in the ways that like involve visual arts and music and, you know, all of these different things, animation and shit. And I want to empower and employ them. empower and employ, and to teach them what I'm learning and what I know, so that they can replicate it and they can continue to teach me, because I learned so much from that night reflecting on it, and then from this morning reflecting on it. And I'm going to talk to him today, and that's what I want for my birthday. I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him specifically. I want to talk to that specific child, because that's the first time in my life. I don't know about y'all, but that's the first time in my life that a child that I don't know, I met one time, has ever reached out to me in that way, and that I've impacted in that way. Like, that blew me away. I was like, bruh, me? And I always thought I was terrible with kids. Like, I'd be cursing and shit. Like, y'all know. I be trying. Yanni used to be like, keep it Disney. I'm like, do you know how dark Disney really is, though? You want me to keep it Disney? You really want me to keep it real true, Disney? I'm gonna keep being me then. And I'm just like, bruh, like, wow. Operating from this space of unconditional love is changing my life, bro. Because if I would have continued to operate in ego, I wouldn't have even considered answering his call. I wouldn't even consider, like, even when Yanni told me that he was looking for me, still operating from a space of ego, my ego would be like, okay, well, I don't know that kid. He's not mine. I don't have time for that kid. Like, what can I do for him? Nothing. Like, he wants to call me to talk to me about what? Like, nothing. And I'm just like, that's all ego. And it almost makes me sick to think of how I used to think. Like, it really, truly does. And I'm like, this is a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? And the shit was so deep. And it was so deep. And I'm just like, now I'm looking around and my ancestors are nodding at me like, it's time. It's time. I don't know what I'm here to do, y'all. Like, I don't know the capacity of how big I'm supposed to grow or go or do what I'm doing. But I know I'm on the right track. And that's just one person. And not including, like, y'all. Like, y'all do the same thing for me. But that was the first time a child, because I don't know if y'all know, a lot of y'all be around kids way more than I do. I really need y'all to understand. The only child I was ever truly around was my little sister, and we are 12 years apart. Shout out Miss Ty Art, okay? Tyon, my mini-me, Ty 2.0, couldn't be more proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the only child I've ever been around. So it's always been weird to me that it's always been on my heart to make children's books. And I'm like, okay, but where the kids at? Like, I don't know about the kids, but then I'm like, I feel like a big kid. I've always felt like a big kid. And again, people think I'm 19. They swear up and down. If they could give me younger, they would. If people could give me younger, they would. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And I'm seeing and I'm learning. But bro, Magic says, how old is this kid and where were his parents? So it was a party. Yanni had got booked to perform at somebody's birthday party. So his parents were there. Like, they were there. He was just chilling. Matter of fact, he was helping, like, you know, what do you call the word when people, I want to use the word curate, but I don't know if that's the word. But basically, he was helping out with the party, like how they have the caterers and stuff. He was helping at the door. So he was, like, opening the door for people, smiling, like, hey, you know, welcome, how you doing? Like a greeter. Is that what you call him? Like a host type shit. Let me see. 11:11. Oh, shit. I missed it. Marilia says, this is why I went into childcare. For real. And I'm feeling that. But I always thought that I would never be good with kids. Like, I don't know why I always felt that way. Well, actually, I do. It's clicking again. Okay, the ancestors are speaking to me. They like, we felt this way. And that's why you felt that way. Because it transferred. It rubbed off. Like, we didn't know what to do. So you felt like you didn't know what to do. But the whole time, we always know what to do. We always have the answers. We are the solutions to our problems. We are the key. We are the answer. You know? And it's like, that's truly dawning on me. And I'm truly kind of sinking into that, like taking that in and living that out and expanding it. That anything that I don't know, I am the answer for. Or I could learn. Or I can learn how to find somebody who has the answer to teach me. But there is nothing that we don't know or can't know. And there are a lot of gifts that we are receiving at this time. So I feel like I wanted to tell that story to say that if you have not already been feeling this energetically, you are receiving spiritual gifts beyond what you could have ever imagined. Like, if you thought you was spiritual before, if you thought you had gifts before, if you thought you was talented before, bruh, now you really waking up. Now you really being intentional. And now there are energies that are coming to support you in what you do. And just be ready for it, y'all. Like, I said I didn't want to go live long, but I'm really passionate about this. Like, a lot has been changing, a lot has been happening, and it's been happening very quickly. And just huge, deep emotional shifts are happening within me. so I can feel them happening within the collective. Like, collectively, we are experiencing this, but everybody is on different planes, so it's going to hit people differently and in different ways, but the energy is the same. There is healing happening. There is a lot of growth happening. And again, a lot of people are operating from a clear space of ego or a clear space of unconditional love. And you have to be discerning on which is which and which you want to engage in, because at the end of the day, it's up to you. At the end of the day, it's truly up to you. But I said this before, I'm going to say it one more time. If you operate from a space of ego, understand, understand, overstand that you are operating from the past. You are operating from trauma. You are operating from hurt and depression and worry and anxiety. When you do that, you're operating from a space of a place of things that have happened, and you're replaying those things. You're repeating those cycles, as opposed to operating from a space of unconditional love, where you don't always know what somebody's going to do, how they're going to do it, including you, and you have to love and to nurture and to still be kind to these people, places, and things, from even when you don't want to, like, even when you like, they coming at you, and it's like you kill them truly with kindness. Like, you kill them with kindness, for real. And when I say kill them, what you're killing is that version of them. Again, let those bodies hit the floor, okay? Let the bodies hit the floor. Shout out System of a Down. Let the bodies hit the floor, for real. Let those old versions of them hit the floor. You don't even have to do anything but continue to stay focused on you. Continue to operate from this space of unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. And you're going to see. You're going to see. It's going to return to you in ways. Good God. When I looked up the word inheritance, y'all, it was like money or possessions from someone who has pretty much passed. And I was looking at that word past, and I've been reflecting on it. And past could literally mean words. You inherit gifts from your past experiences. So everything that you have been through, everything that has hurt you, everything that has pained you, angered you, depressed you, upset you in any way, shape, or form, right? Made you feel insecure, whatever the fuck, right? Those are past things. And from all of those things, you have an inheritance. It's not just from a deceased loved one. Like, I need everybody to understand past. Something that has deceased or something that has ended. It doesn't have to be a physical person always. Your past is your past. And in every experience that you have had, you have a gift. You have an inheritance. You have a reward for going through that thing. But you have to, again, operate from a space of unconditional love to receive it, to understand it, to know how to transmute that pain into power, how to turn that thing into something, how to transmute that thing into something that works for you. And that's a gift. It's a gift to be able to do that. It's a gift to be able to understand that. And it's a gift to receive that, like, to be able to teach the next person that. Because, again, we are changing and shifting lives, y'all. This shit is powerful. It's powerful. I don't know how else to say that. Like, we are truly powerful. And when you step into your power, and when you know who you are, know thyself, everything changes. So let me see what y'all been saying. Let me see. Yanni says, I know how dark Disney is now. Sheesh. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, I've been studying Disney all my life. Okay, y'all, if you know me, bro, you know I love animation. You know I love cartoons. You know I love these things. Okay, I've been watching Disney, and I've been looking like... Matter of fact, y'all ever seen cartoon conspiracy theories? We might have to do a chit chat on that one day. Pull some cards on some of these movies. because for real, like, it get dark, but in the darkness you find the true light. So I see why it's dark, you know. Let me see. Yanni also says, all you gotta do is not be afraid to truly words. All you gotta do is not be afraid to truly tap into your inner child. Then be great with kids will come. Then being great with kids will come effortlessly. I feel that. That's what I'm like. almost feel like one of them when I think about it. Like when I'm in creation mode, I do feel myself being very childlike, but I feel like the part that kind of fucks it up or distorts it is because I've created what I do into a business, and then it's like being a business person and being a creative person are two different jobs. You know, being a creative is one job. That's that childlike joy and wonder. Like that's the part where me and kids be like, okay. And then the other part of it is like, I got to get this done. I got to finish this. I have deadlines. I have to make this amount of money. I have to pay this person. I have to do this and do that. And da. That's the business side. And that's the part that kind of dominated that for me. And it made my creation process not as fun, not as rewarding, not as satisfying, because the business part took over. But there has to be a really good balance when you create a business out of something that you love to do, because you don't want to lose that passion, you don't want to lose that joy, you don't want to lose that childlike wonder, you don't want to lose that rainbow, you know. Yanni says, I feel all of it. Nice. Marilia says, a renowned speaker in childcare at a conference asked the room, how many of you felt trauma as a child in any way? She made us close our eyes and stand up, then open our eyes. All 300 plus of us were crying when we opened our eyes. We are the future. Exactly. And that's real shit. It's truly, y'all, it is truly the greatest gift to be able to transmute your pain into something that will help the next person, specifically children, because how does the saying go? Is that a heron? Yo, hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody, I'm gonna have to look up the spiritual meaning of this bird. It is. It's a heron. I almost missed it because they so slender. Look at it. Don't try to duck away. I can see you. Bruh, I'm gonna have to look that up. The spiritual meaning of a heron. Heron. I think I'm saying that right. Like heroin is wanting to come out like heroin, but it's a heron. Right? Herron. Heron. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, we are the future. We are the future. And it's like, we are the present. We are the past, present, and future for real at the end of the day. Because how I just got channeled through, bruh, the past do surely be coming up, and it comes up to heal itself and to come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or come back better, come back stronger. But I'm still learning that part, so don't even get me into that. We could talk about that another time, or we could talk about that during twerking work. But yeah, Yanni says exactly, gems. Marilia says drowning pool, bodies. Damn, right. Yanni says your past is everything that has passed. Make it all have meaning by turning it all in. Why? I feel like it's because it's not my words, and I'd be like looking at people's words and wanting to make them my own just automatically. I'm working on that. Like, I want to read what you say, how you say it. Your past is everything that has passed. Make it all have meaning by turning it all into not. What are these birds do? Bruh. What? This is odd. Wait a minute. Look at this. What are those? Wait, where's the other one? Where's your friend? Bird, where's your friend? Okay, I see you. There you are. You can see it right there. What are those? I want to say pigeons. But yeah, this is the closest. Yo, these birds is getting real close. I can see them looking at me. They trying to act like they not looking at me no more. They was like right here, like, what the fuck is that? But anyways, okay. Yanni says, let me try this one more time. Your past is everything that has passed. Make it all have meaning by turning all the knowledge into power. Marilia says, I feel that, Yanni. I blow bubbles and have fun for a living. What SpongeBob say on the SpongeBob movie? It's like, I'm a bubble blowing double baby or some shit like that. He's like, who blew this bubble? We stop. Not Marilia. Yanni says, right, I've created with kids most of my life. That's probably why I have a very youthful spirit. LMAO. Girl, yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like I have a youthful spirit too. I know that I do. And I feel like that's just because I do what I love, and I just follow my dreams, even though I be going into brick walls sometimes. But, well, I used to, not anymore, because I'm intentionally creating from a space of unconditional love. And it is changing my life and the lives of those around me in legendary ways. So it is about that time. That is what I have for us today. If you have enjoyed this time, please make sure to like the video, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank all of y'all for being here with me on my birthday. Okay, I feel like there has been so much growth from me today and me last year, but y'all tell me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send y'all the video. I'm gonna put it in Legend Gang chat, the video from today last year, and then y'all been here today, so you already know what's going on. Oh my god, the heroine is back. Not heroine, fuck. Bruh, the heron is back. They so graceful. Why every time I put the camera on it, it try to waddle away? Alright, fine. But yeah, so that's what I have for us today. What's Thursday? Okay, Thursday we have Twerking Work, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have our full moon in Leo live. I want to say on February 5th. I'm gonna just make it 2/5. So February 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all already know daily lives every day at 10:30. So that's it. Check out Patreon. Okay, I'm gonna start blogging on Patreon because I'm gonna start blogging because there's been some like notes and like little videos and stuff that I have that I want to share with y'all, so that y'all can see where I'm drawing inspiration when I create some of these cards or when I create some of these things. And I would love y'all's feedback. So if you're interested in co-creating or helping me create these tarot decks and oracle decks, and like, I don't even know what to call the little one-word decks. I don't know what to call them, but I really like them. All of the shits. Follow me over on Patreon. You can show your support for as little as $3 a month. So that's what I had. So until next time, again, thank y'all so much. Happy birthday to me. Okay, you know. Oh, what is that, a fly? Okay, so yeah, so until next time, you're truly legendary. Thank you, Yanni, for all the emojis. You're truly legendary. I love you, and I will see you later.